Benvenuto, welcome to Cherry Hill Home Cooking. My name is Mark. Today we're going to make a childhood favorite of mine, which has also followed me and Wade into our adulthood, or the age we are today. This is something I make frequently, usually starting in the autumn through the winter, and through the early spring, because it's made in the crock pot. So we're also going to be making this in honor of Todd. Hey Todd, Todd had asked us if we did any crock pot or slow cooker cooking, and I do a lot. Although we only got a couple. I think we got the beans on there, the baked beans or slow cooker beans, and I know we have one other thing, except I can't exactly think of what it is. I took that off because that's getting a little bit hot. But anyway, I'm assuming this is probably from the 1970s, late 60s and 1970s, because it's a dish that my mother used to make. And I'm assuming it was probably either on the back of a Campbell's condensed soup mix, or on a packet of, on the box of a Lipton's onion soup mix. I don't know really even what to call this. And I've always just said, if I will say to Wade, hey, we're going to have pork chops and the slow cooker or a crock pot, he'll know what I'm talking about. So I know we'll come up with a name, but I don't know if it has a specific name. If anyone calls it something different, let us know in the comments. But anyway, so it's quick, couple ingredients, and it's one of our favorite winter comfort foods. All right, so what we're going to do is, or at least the way, and of course all the exact measurements amounts will be in the description. But I generally make this with using 6 pork chops if it's just going to be Wade and I, because that'll be dinner for that night and then lunch the next day or so. Or if you're going to have a bigger crowd, adjust it upwards. All right. So I've got some center cut boneless pork chops. Now you can use whatever pork chops you want. You can use the ones in the bone. You can use the boneless ones. All right. Also, I make this with chicken as well. I do the same exact process as this with chicken breast. All right, and again, as I said, I think it's probably from the back of a Campbell Soup's condensed soup mix. Now, we always use, I should say, for years I've used the cream of celery. Wade was never crazy about mushrooms, although he has started to develop a little taste for them over the last several years. But my mother used to make it with cream of mushroom soup. I changed it to cream of celery because Wade's not crazy about mushrooms. Also in this, you'll see how I've started in the crock pot already, but I also have, I don't know if you can see in there because I don't have the milk with me, but I've got a can of whole milk in there. You can use skim milk, whatever you like. This doesn't have a lot of fat in it, so I find that the whole milk just gives it that little extra punch. All right, so as I started to say, I usually use 6 pork chops. I have browned 4 of them. They're ready to go. We're going to go over that in a minute. But the thing I do first, before I start to put everything in the crock pot, I've got my cream of condensed soup inside the oh yeah, you know what, we're going to do this a little different. I'm going to go over the ingredients, but we'll do it now. I've got my cream of condensed celery soup in the crock pot. I've got it on high at the moment. I put my can of milk in there. All right, so then as part of our ingredients is we need 2 or 3 cloves of garlic, not even cut up, just 2 or 3 cloves of garlic. I also have got a good pinch of accent in here, but if, of course, this is MSG, if you don't want to use that, omit it. Maybe add a little bit more salt, but we don't need a lot of salt in this because we are going to use the Lipton's onion soup mix. All right, so I've got this on high for now. I like to just kind of start to get this warmed up. All right, and then we'll put in our packet of Lipton onion soup mix. I will give that a stir. And like I said, I'm just heating this up slightly before I put pork chops in it. You don't even have to do this step, guys. You can just all throw it in there. For those that you've watched me, sometimes I have some habits that I find hard to break. And I'm gonna put a couple tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce is also a little salty, so that's why I'm not going to put any additional salt in. If you don't like Worcestershire sauce, you could omit the Worcestershire sauce and use soy sauce instead. All right, so I'm going to put this back on our heat, turn it up a little bit. All right, so, and why am I doing that? Of course, because we're going to brown our pork chops. I've browned the other 4 in here. I'll give it a little tiny splash of vegetable oil just so we don't stick. I've done that with the first 4. I wouldn't normally have added more, except that we're showing you guys how I do it. I'm done with these. You can put that away. All right, so really the only additional salt I'm going to use in here, I'm going to just lightly salt and pepper each side of the pork chop, and that's kosher salt and fresh ground pepper. This probably isn't going to quite give me the sizzle I want because it's cooled down a bit, but oh, it did, yay. All right, so we'll put that in there, and I salt and peppered the other side. All right, so we're done with the salt. I'm going to put that over there. We are going to put a half a teaspoon of fresh ground pepper into our pot as well. I forgot that. Put that aside. Now, like I said, this is quick and easy. All of our ingredients are in there. My mother never did, but if you wanted to, say if you added another splash all over. If you added another can of milk or water, maybe you could add maybe some potatoes in there if you wanted. Therefore, you'd have a kind of complete dinner. Then all you need is a vegetable. My mother never did. I never have as well. We'll show you how what we have with sides of this. And again, it's just something we love it. We have done it, you know. We've had it this way for 30 years since I've been cooking it for Wade. So, all right. So, you want to get these nice and browned on each side. All right, and just in the idea of keeping this, at least this part of the video, as short as possible, I'm going to go on to our cooked pork chops. Now, I like this I think the longer this is in the slow cooker or crock pot, the better. So this is like a great meal on a Saturday. You put this together on Saturday morning, go out and do all the nice fall, autumn stuff with your family, come back 7, 8 hours later, and it's done. So you see these, you know, I just browned them nicely on all sides, okay? And we've browned a lot of meat, guys, so that's going to take, you know, 5 to 10 minutes for it to brown nicely on each side. Our goal is not to cook it. You can want that. Our goal isn't to cook the pork through, or chicken, whatever you tend to be using, because it's going to cook for the next 7 hours or so in the crock pot. All right, and then we're just going to plop these down in there. So I had fried these up probably about a half hour ago. So of course we're not going to waste all those nice juices that have come out onto our pan. We're going to put them back into our crock pot. And you know, I try to poke them around and move them so I can get them submerged as much as possible. But as that cooks through, as the rest of the soup gets thin, that's gonna, you know, come up over the chop, so don't worry about it too much. And that's really all that there is to this crockpot recipe, except getting our pork chops back in there. Now, if you were gonna do chicken, I would use cream of chicken soup, or cream of celery, or cream of mushroom. But excuse me, I'm joking myself laughing. I guess there is. I've seen some cream cheese or cream of cheese, new kind of things that I've seen out there. I think, or maybe I'm imagining things. But anyway, like I said, this is one of our favorites. And really, how long did it take us to put everything together? Granted, we had everything in one place. You might have to pull things out of the cabinet and stuff. But it really took us maybe 5 minutes to put everything together, or get everything in one place, and 10 minutes for the meat. So this is a great, quick recipe. All right, we're gonna throw our other chops in there. And like I said, we don't have to necessarily worry about getting them pushed down, because they will. Everything is gonna liquidify a little bit, or melt a little bit more of the soup and stuff. All right, guys, so I'm going to switch this to low. We're gonna cover it, and we are not gonna touch it for, I would say on low, 6 to 8 hours. On high, I'd go at least 4 to 6. I think this comes out particularly best at 7 hours, even longer. My crock pot will, once it, I can do the time and it will switch over to warm, which is really nice, because usually I'll put the timer on for 7 hours, which we can do. We can't get it to come on. And it will count down, of course, for the 7 hours, and then it'll keep it on warm. So if we're not right home within the 7 hours, it's fine. All right, we'll see you guys in 7 hours for dinner. All right, guys, we're back. Our pork chops have been in the slow cooker now for just a smidge over 7 hours, and we're ready to open it. Yay! It's been 7 hours, yep. We've had a mini disaster in between that time, so we'll tell you guys about that next time. So there are our pork chops. All right, the only thing left to do is eat. We'll see you in a little bit. All right, it's my favorite time. Time to eat. Well, as you guys can see, we've got our slow cooker pork chops. Now, what we've eaten with this for years and years is stovetop stuffing for pork. And we always have peas with it. And of course, one of Wade's favorite things in the world, cranberry sauce. Gelled. Yeah, he doesn't like the whole cranberry sauce. And then I always put a little bit of the delicious sauce that we've made in our crock pot, and I like to put a little on my gravy, and I also already put a little on the chop, but do that again. Would you like some extra gravy? Yes, please. Of course, you gotta get a little bit of cranberry sauce. I love cranberry sauce. Like probably most Americans, it's something you usually eat maybe just a couple times a year. Wade will eat it, open up a can and eat it right out of the can. Dessert. As a dessert. Of course, you could also use applesauce, pork chops, and applesauce. Alrighty, shall we go for our pork chop?
That's what we're here for.
We don't even need a knife.
Oh no, yep.
Look at that, guys.
It kind of falls apart.
Beautifully done. Almost shreds a little bit. Let's see.
One of my favorites. It's delicious.
It really is tasty, if I do say so myself. And really, we didn't do all that much. We opened a couple cans, opened up some lifted onion soup mix, and put it in the crock pot. And it came out.
You know, it's nice and moist.
Delicious.
It is.
All right, well, I'm going to finish or enjoy my dinner. I hope you guys enjoyed watching us make our supper tonight. I hope you make it. Todd, you better make it, because I specifically made a crock pot dish for you today. And if you don't eat pork, do it with chicken. Yep, that's all I got to say.
What I have to say is, please like and subscribe. Or check out cherryhillhomecooking.com, and we'll see you in the next video.
Ciao.
Bye.
Delicious.